Tonight, a scary night for one local family after someone shoots their cat.
It's very devastating that anybody can be that mean, that cruel.
The warning pet owners need to know about. A gorgeous first day of this long weekend.
The sun's really nice and I like it.
Will your outdoor plans be safe from any wet weather? We'll have the rest of your Memorial Day weekend first live local weather forecast. And if your weekend plans include a barbecue, we have a recall you need to see before firing up the grill. But first, new developments in the death of a little boy in a local river. Police have now arrested the victim's mother.
I can't believe 2 kids and in the river.
See what investigators are saying about the night's events before and after the devastating loss. That's First on Fox. And good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chad Carter.
And I'm Sophie Stone. We are following developing news first on Fox tonight. Portland police have released more information about the little boy who died in the Willamette River today. Police arrested and charged Amanda Stott Smith with aggravated murder of her 4-year-old son, Eldon J. Smith. Authorities say a boater pulled the boy and his 7-year-old sister from the cold river early this morning. KPTV's Mark Ross is following the story and joins us live from Southwest Portland with the latest. Mark.
Sophie, it started with screams in the darkness, which led to a river rescue, and tonight, Portland police say it's the children's mother is the reason they fell off or were pushed from the Selwood Bridge, 75 feet or so above the Willamette River.
It's pretty tragic.
Tonight, people we talked to couldn't believe what they were hearing.
Who would do that to their kids?
Portland police say that someone called 911 just before 1:30 this morning, saying they heard screaming coming from the river near the Selwood Bridge. They say that after a massive search in the darkness, a private boater found 2 young children floating together in the river and brought them over to police. Cops say that one of them, a 7-year-old girl, survived, but that her 4-year-old brother, Eldon J. Smith, is dead after drowning. Tonight, they're charging the kid's mother, Amanda Stott Smith, with his aggravated murder and with trying to kill her other child.
It's just sad. It's really sad. I don't think a mother would do that. That's really out of character, especially being a mom myself.
Police say a missing person case in Tualatin led them to ID the children, and that they then found Stott Smith in her car in this downtown garage. Cops say she tried to jump off a 9th-floor ledge to her death, but police were able to stop her and take the woman into custody. Tonight, they say they've got her under suicide watch.
It's basically complete shock.
My heart still sinks because of the children.
Police say the kids fell or were pushed from the top of the bridge. They say they can't imagine how horrible it must have been for a child to be in the frigid water in the middle of the night for at least half an hour. They say it's amazing the 7-year-old was able to cling to her little brother and that she's one tough little girl.
She's got the will to live.
Police tell us the 7-year-old girl is in serious condition but expected to fully recover. And back here live, cops say the mother was arrested in her dark blue 91 Audi sedan. They're asking anyone who might have seen that car on or near the Selwood Bridge early this morning around 1 or 2 o'clock to call Portland police. We're live on the banks of the Willamette in Southwest Portland. Mark Ross, the 10 o'clock news.
Neighbors of Stott Smith's last known address in Southwest Portland say it's scary something like this can happen. For some people we talked to in the neighborhood, the early morning events are difficult to grasp, especially for one woman who spends her days working with young kids.
Heartbreaking. It's not easy to hear, and it's not comfortable.
She also says she hopes the mother gets the help she needs.
We are also following developing news out of Arizona where 2 Oregon men died in a plane crash. That crash happened early this morning in a remote area northwest of Prescott. Now, the FAA says they lost radar contact with the plane shortly after midnight. Several hours later, deputies with the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office found the wreckage. Deputies say the plane is based out of the Hillsborough Airport. The victims' ages, age 39 and 28, however, authorities are not releasing their names at this time. The FAA is at the scene investigating the crash, but at this time there is no word on the cause of the crash. We're going to continue to follow both of these developing stories tonight. If we learn of any new developments, we'll certainly bring them to you during this newscast, and we invite you to watch Good Day Oregon for any changes overnight beginning at 6 a.m. You can always get the very latest 24/7 by logging on to our website, kptv.com.
What a way to kick off the holiday weekend. People soaked up the sun at City Park in Beaverton as they started to enjoy their weekend. You can see the park was a popular place for just about everyone today, including one little girl celebrating her 5th birthday.
Sunny and really warm. I like the sun.
The splash area was the most popular spot. If you're out in the sun, don't forget to grab the sunscreen.
Now, Portland's first weather at 10.
Certainly was perfect weather for our 3-day weekend, and we have more of this on the way. Our high temperature today, 74 degrees. Average for this time of year is in the upper 60s. A big change over last year on Memorial Day weekend. We had those heavy downpours, the thunderstorms. Big difference today. We have calm, clear conditions right now with temperatures still in the lower 60s. Lows tonight will be dropping into the upper 40s and lower 50s. We had kind of a breezy day today. The winds will be a little bit calmer tomorrow. Right now, winds have calmed down to 7 miles per hour out at the Portland airport. We have great weather on the way for the rest of your Memorial Day weekend. I'll have details on how much warmer it's going to get coming up in your 7-day forecast.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. Well, tonight a man is at Legacy Emmanuel Hospital with traumatic injuries after a driver hit him with a car. That accident happened just before 7 o'clock at the intersection of 178th and TB Highway. KPTV's Brent Weisberg live in News Control with more. Brent, what are neighbors saying about this particular intersection?
Chad, neighbors say this isn't the first time they've seen accidents like this happen. Now they want the county to put up stoplights in an effort to prevent an accident like this from happening again. Washington County deputies say the silver car you see here hit the man as he crossed the street, but at this point they say it doesn't appear the driver, it says the driver may not have seen the man in the car. Investigators say at the time of the accident, there were several large SUVs around the car, which may have blocked the driver's view. Witnesses say when the man got hit in the car, the impact threw him into the air and knocked him off his shoes. One witness says this is what she saw.
They sped away with this guy. It took him quite a while to get everything hooked up. He was on IVs, neck braces, the whole 9 yards. We see a lot of accidents here. We own a business right here, and we see a lot of accidents here, but we don't see very many people get hit. Comes close, skid marks. But they need to put a light or something up because it's very dangerous.
Deputies say the driver is cooperating with the investigation, and it does not appear alcohol or drugs played any role in this accident. Deputies say it is unlikely that any citations will be issued. As for the man hit, deputies say his injuries appear to be non-life-threatening. Reporting live tonight in News Control, Brent Weisberg, the 10 o'clock news.
Well, customers of one Gresham Bank were greeted with locked doors and a disturbing note after Fox 12's Most Wanted robbed the place. It happened about 10:30 this morning at the U.S. Bank on Northeast 181st Avenue. Emergency dispatchers say a man showed a note to a teller and then left with some cash. However, they say he only got away with some small bills. The suspect is described as a white man wearing a white fleece zip-up sweatshirt.
Gresham police are investigating a shooting at an apartment complex. Officers responded to the Town Fair Apartments just off of Northwest Wallula Avenue and Division Street around 9 o'clock last night. When they got there, they found a woman in her 20s who had been shot at the complex's clubhouse. Witnesses say she suffered a wound to the chest. Neighbors believe the suspect knew the woman. However, police have not confirmed those details. Police are looking for a black, newer model Ford pickup that may be related to this case. It has Oregon license plates ZES 814. In North Portland, someone shot a man in the hand. It happened around 7 o'clock last night near North Missouri and Rosa Parks Way. Police initially responded to a nearby home on North Mississippi where someone called 911. Officers say a man did suffer a gunshot wound to the hand. ODOT closed Rosa Parks Way during the investigation. The gang response team was also called to the scene.
A Tualatin man faces several charges tonight after police say a traffic stop led to his arrest in a stolen car case. Now, West Lynn officers arrested Robert Totpal near the Stafford Road exit off of I-205 about 2 o'clock this morning. They say he was missing a number of things, including a driver's license and license plates. A check of the car's vehicle identification number showed it was reported stolen days ago, and the officers say they found several tools that could be used to break into cars. Now, Phoenix police are releasing new details about a Woodland woman's suspected role in an Arizona prostitution ring. The Longview Daily News reports investigators say 39-year-old Tammy Shand was an escort with the so-called Desert Divas from 2007 to 2008. The organization is said to have raked in hundreds of thousands of dollars each month. Woodland police arrested Shand earlier this month. During her arraignment, the newspaper says Shand claimed her arrest must have been a case of mistaken identity. 7 people suffered injuries in a 2-car head-on crash in Central Oregon. Oregon State Police sent us pictures of the scene this afternoon on Highway 97 just south of Madras. Now, troopers say a pickup hauling a camper was northbound on the road when it crossed the center line and slammed into a car. The truck then flipped onto its side. Paramedics took 7 people to area hospitals. Some were seriously injured. The highway was closed for several hours.
Live from Fox 12 Oregon, this is breaking news.
We are following breaking news out of Salem, where police are investigating a death. Officers responded to the area of Roy Vaughn Avenue Southeast at Commercial Street Southeast earlier this evening. Police say they were initially checking out a call about trespassing. However, it has since turned into a death investigation. So far, officers have not released any other details about the case. Keep it right here on Fox 12 for more coverage of this investigation. We'll bring you more information as it becomes available, and we'll also have updates tomorrow morning on Good Day Oregon.
The 10 o'clock news is just getting started.
Running from the help that could save his life. The search for a missing boy and his mother as every second counts.
21 kids and 1 father.
I had 4 kids in the same year twice.
Find out just how little some of the baby's mamas get each month in child support.
You may have negotiated with a car salesman before, but have you tried to haggle with a hotel? How a little extra work could help you save big on your summer travel plans.
A brave store owner doesn't let a robber get away unscathed. Caught on camera, see how he fights to save his business.
Memorial Day is looking sunny. I'll let you know just how warm it's going to be for the rest of your 3-day weekend coming up.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local. Gotten the call.
I had the bad feeling the whole time.
Is your car warranty really about to expire? The tricks some companies may be using to con you and how they may be breaking the law. Tuesday on the 10 o'clock news.
We're always glad to see you at J. Lee's Gladstone Nissan. We have a huge selection of new Nissans, over 100 certified pre-owned vehicles, and a state-of-the-art service center. It's easy to do business at J. Lee's Gladstone Nissan on Southeast McLaughlin Boulevard or online at jlees.com.
3 years free financing and save up to $500 on Beauty Rest and Posturepedic sets. Plus, get a free bed frame with Tempur-Pedic or the Sleep Number bed. But hurry, the super sale disappears Memorial Day.
Tired of nighttime breathing problems? Here's the solution. Is it a bandage, you ask? No, it's famous drug-free Breathe Right. Ingenious flexible strips that fit your nose to gently open your nasal passages for up to 31% more airflow.
Wow!
You'll breathe better, so you'll sleep better. Small strip, big relief, bright idea. Breathe better, sleep better, breathe right.
A group of local friends rally around one of their own, using a car wash as a fundraiser to help pay for her medical bills. That's coming up on the 10 o'clock news. First, live local.
You know, I sell tools. Tools are uncomplicated. Nothing complicated about a pair of 10-inch hose clamp pliers. You know what's complicated? Shipping. Shipping's complicated.
Not really. With priority mail flat rate boxes from the Postal Service, shipping's easy. If it fits, it ships anywhere in the country for a low flat rate.
That's not complicated. No. Come on.
About a handshake?
Right.
Priority mail flat rate boxes, only from the Postal Service. A simpler way to ship.
Okay, kids, listen up. There are a few guarantees in life, and this isn't going to be one of them. But it's pretty close. Bob Lanfear's Beaverton Kia has sold so many of the 08 Kia Spectras at $11,544 that they're almost out of them. Notice I said almost. But we think we have enough to say that if you leave right now and go to Beaverton Kia, you'll pay $5,000 under sticker for an 08 Kia Spectra or an 08 Kia Optima. At $13,577, you'll pay $5,000 under sticker for that car too. Beaverton Kia. It's different here.
NASCAR's best battle at the circuit's most grueling race. Sunday at 2 on Fox 12 Oregon.
Fox Monday. A patient's mysterious past leads to a secret no one could imagine.
What did you do?
House.
Monday at 8 on Fox 12 Oregon.
Well, for many Americans, the Memorial Day weekend brings, well, the mark of the beginning of summer travel season, and the summer road trip time. The whole family can be in the car, and it can be fun.
It can also be stressful. Tonight, KPTV's Marilyn Deutsch has some tips on how to keep your children safe, comfortable, and happy.
The question is, do you really enjoy that family road trip with the kids, or do you dread it?
I hope he falls asleep.
In fact, Alex Sutter tried timing last night's road trip down from Seattle with his son Fane's sleeping habits, not leaving until 8 p.m.
He stayed awake the whole way down.
Oh well, the best laid plans for family road trips also includes safety.
We always make sure that her car seat is tight, the straps are tight on her.
Correctly installing the car seat can be the toughest part. Fastening your child in tightly enough can also be challenging.
The idea with the click and safe is that the parent is going to know that the harness is tight enough. When they pull on the harness to tighten it, there's that clicking sound.
The car seat you choose is important too. A company called Britex has just put out a new deluxe car seat designed to keep your child safer in a side impact collision. This car seat has extra side air cushions.
The idea with these is that they're going to help absorb some of the energy from a collision.
And then there are those little things that can help keep you and your child happy, comfortable, and neater and cleaner. Snack traps. Your child can reach in for the treats, but they won't fall out. Rubber bibs, easy to clean, and they fold up tightly. And boogie wipes with saline. You can just imagine. But your biggest challenge may just be keeping your kid busy all those long hours on the road.
She likes looking out the window and seeing all the things that come by, and she's very talkative.
Other parents say what you really need to keep your kids entertained and quiet are toys. Plenty of toys. In the Fox 12 Newsroom, Marilyn Deutsch, the 10 o'clock news.
Well, parents trying to begin the holiday weekend by heading west on I-90 in Washington had to pack a lot of patience. Take a look at this backup right around the Snoqualmie Pass area. Washington State Department of Transportation says I-90 got backed up for 17 miles last night. Drivers, as you can imagine, less than thrilled about it all since the traffic backup delayed them between 4 and 5 hours, though it is back to normal tonight.
Fox 12 is on Pump Patrol for your long weekend, and the price to fill up continues its upward climb. Right now, the national average sits at $2.40 a gallon. That's up a penny from yesterday. In Oregon, the price jumped 2 cents overnight to average $2.49 a gallon. Last year, though, we were paying $3.90 a gallon. In Washington, it's 11 cents more a gallon, with the average hovering around $2.60.
Well, kids are getting some help staying safe on the water thanks to a program that loans out life jackets. The U.S. Foundation for Boating Safety and Clean Water set up operations in Garibaldi today. The group's goal is to educate the public about wearing life jackets. However, members also emphasize the importance of learning about the appropriate size and type of life jacket while boating. The foundation now has more than 350 loaner sites nationwide, which one young boater took advantage of today.
Because when you're in a boat and a boat sinks or it crashes down, you might fall in the water. If you don't have a life jacket on, you could drown.
Well, the program is funded in part by donations from the 650,000 members of Boat US.
Well, looking for something close to home this holiday weekend? Well, the Portland Rose Festival has begun for 2009. The festivities kicked off last night along Portland's waterfront. Hundreds of people turned out to enjoy the rides, food, and fun at the waterfront village. Last night's opening ceremonies included concerts, a fireworks display, and the unveiling of Portland's newest icon, the Portland Rose sign, mounted on the side of the Yeon building. Portland's bridges are also now lit with a rosy glow.
A number of high schoolers gave up their Saturday afternoon to wash cars, but they say the sacrifice was worth it to help out a friend in need. The event in Troutdale was a fundraiser for 16-year-old Morgan Teeter, who was injured in a crash last week. The driver, her friend 16-year-old Lauren Olson, died at the scene. Now, deputies say the two were returning to school after a lunch break when Olson's truck left Stark Street and traveled down a steep embankment. Today's car wash likely boosted the spirits of Morgan's father, who friends say stopped by on his way to the hospital to express his appreciation.
He just said he was really glad to have us here helping out and supporting them.
According to Emmanuel Hospital, Morgan is now listed in fair condition. Get your running shoes on and get in the race. Fox 12 proud to sponsor the Helvetia Half Marathon. The 13.1-mile race takes place Saturday, June 13th, but you need to register now to lock in your spot. So log on to kptv.com and get involved.
To news from around the Northwest tonight, a Seattle bar is hosting a Hot for Teacher night at a club where Mary Kay Letourneau's former victim works. Vili Falau, who is now married to his former teacher, is trying to launch a career as a DJ. Now, she is also expected to be in the crowd. The bar owner says he realizes some people may look down on the event, but he says it's all in good fun. You may remember in 1997, Letourneau was convicted of child rape because of her relationship with Falau. Well, the couple now has 2 kids together. Still ahead, for some homeowners, foreclosure is their worst nightmare, but for others, it's a chance to make some extra money.
Yeah, we're going to show you exactly how one business is booming because of evictions.
Also, as you prepare to fire up that grill, there's an important meat recall you need to know about, the type of ground beef that has sickened people with E. coli.
And we have clear skies right now. What's on tap for the rest of your 3-day weekend? I'll have the answer in your forecast.
And remember, you can save money just by watching TV. Sign up for PDX Rewards. All you have to do is log on and register and get points, and then watch Fox 12 Oregon and look for the daily codes to redeem your points for prizes. For more information, log on to kptv.com.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
RoyalMore.com and Subaru clicks. Subaru with all-wheel drive and all-star ratings. This 2009 Subaru Outback is only $17,988 after discounts and rebates. RoyalMore.com. Save time and money.
One size fits all doesn't fit these economic times, which is why a diverse range of companies choose Quest. From retailers to hospitals, pro sports teams to boat dealerships, universities to space agencies. Because Quest has the agility to help with its tailored voice and data solutions backed by a national fiber optic network. See what Quest can do for you, no matter the size of your business. Get Quest. Get nimble.
What would I do without you? What would I do without you?
You and your Kaiser Permanente team. Together, you rock.
Buying a great car or truck should be easy and fun. Check out Vancouver Toyota.
Through friends and family, they said you have to go to Vancouver Toyota because they treat you right. It was easy.
Still tonight, see what makes the Fox 12 final cut. A sigh of relief after police say they make an arrest in a series of highway shootings.
One man sets a record, but it's probably not one he's proud of. Just how many kids he has with how many wives.
And Clay Aiken makes an apology after the final American Idol. Everything else you need to know, it's all in the final cut.
The Ashley Furniture Home Store Memorial Day Factory Authorized Sale is this week only. Factory authorized prices. This 3-piece queen bed, only $299. Plus no interest till 2011. Come visit us in Tanasbourne, Clackamas, and Salem.
It all started with our father, Dick Edukai.
And now, 24 years later, we're proud that our family business continues to serve you and your families.
With Dick's McKinsey Ford, you have 72 hours to love it or leave it.
Anytime within 72 hours, you can bring back any pre-owned vehicle you buy from us. No questions asked.
We're not talking about an exchange. This is a complete refund.
We're easy to find in Hillsboro or online at dicksautogroup.com.
You just got to know where to go.
The time to buy is now during Kelly's Memorial Day sale. At Kelly's, save up to 40% on refrigerators, washers and dryers, cooking appliances, dishwashers, mattresses, big screens, and more. And make no down payment and pay no interest for 12 months. Hurry, it's happening now, only at Kelly's in Salem.
Turning to the economic crisis tonight, President Barack Obama believes General Motors will thrive after it is restructured. However, he did not mention if the troubled automaker will be forced to enter bankruptcy. In an interview with C-SPAN, he said he wants the government to get out of the auto industry as soon as possible. This as GM got another $4 billion in aid from the government again yesterday. President Obama also promised that the government will help retrain out-of-work auto workers.
Well, the housing bust has led to a boom in one field that specializes in foreclosure cleanouts. When people are evicted, they take what possessions they can, but they often don't have the ability to remove everything from the home. That means a variety of belongings are left behind, leaving one big mess for banks and realtors. That's where cleanout companies come in. Workers will remove the previous owner's items and sometimes even clean carpet or repaint the walls.
Where they're going, they don't know. They can't take the furniture with them. They can't maybe afford a self-storage unit. We find everything from basically brand new furniture and appliances to things that, are not hazardous but might be 100 years old.
Many moving companies that also offer rubbish removal services say the foreclosure cleanouts have kept their businesses alive in the past few months. Well, if you're planning on grilling out this weekend, we've got a recall you need to know about tonight. Nearly 96,000 pounds of ground beef produced in March has been recalled. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says at least 3 people are sick with E. coli from eating meat that came from Valley Meats LLC, which is based in Illinois, but stores sold the meat under several different brand names. For a list of all of those brands, all you have to do is log on to KPTV.com.
So far, we've had great weather for our Memorial Day weekend. What can you expect tomorrow and Monday? I'll let you know coming up.
Plus, this Memorial Day weekend, many people are taking time to honor those who served. What President Obama is doing to remember our country's veterans.
It's a heartless attack at a local neighborhood. We'll tell you what one pet owner says happened to her cat that left a severe wound in the animal.
When you're away from the TV, you can get your local news online.
That's right. Every newscast every day available to you, streaming live on our website. It's happening at KPTV.com.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
Looking for a great local job? Here are a few Northwest jobs from Fox 12 Oregon, powered by JobDango.com. In Beaverton, Stream is hiring technical support reps. In Portland, Identity Theft Awareness Group is hiring account executives. And in Salem, Oregon Lottery is hiring a marketing research manager. For details on these local jobs and thousands more, or to advertise your jobs, go to KPTV.com and click on Northwest Jobs at the left side of our homepage.
We're always glad to see you at J. Lee's Gladstone Nissan. We have a huge selection of new Nissans, over 100 certified pre-owned vehicles, and a state-of-the-art service center. It's easy to do business at J. Lee's Gladstone Nissan on Southeast McLaughlin Boulevard or online at jlees.com.
The Northwest leader in new home liquidation, newhomesale.org, is back with our biggest sale ever. Over 100 new homes by 3 award-winning builders must be sold by June 30th. These quality homes have full warranties and many include neighborhood parks, open spaces, pools, clubhouses, and other luxury amenities. These homes are located in great neighborhoods across the Portland, Vancouver, and Salem areas. To view the entire inventory of homes, go to www.newhomesale.org.
It's Gage Auto Sales 10th anniversary sale. Over 300 top quality cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, with millions of dollars in financing available. Find the right vehicle at the right price right now. The 10th anniversary sale going on now at Gage Auto Sales on McLaughlin in Milwaukee.
A huge collection of war memorabilia is looking for a new home on this Memorial Day weekend. How one man amassed such a big and rare collection, coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
Smell rotten eggs? That could be a gas leak. Don't look for it. Leave your home and call Northwest Natural. We'll come out and make sure everything's safe. Call us at 800-882-3377.
Mobile internet service at the speed of breaking news. Sign up at clear.com.
Hey Oregon, are you ready for some good news? Premier Hyundai has great news. Hyundai Accent only $79.95. That's right, $79.95. Hyundai Elantra GLS just $99.95. And Hyundai Santa Fe an unheard of $17,995. That's up to $5,900 off MSRP. And only Hyundai can say we've got your back with a Hyundai Assurance and America's best warranty. 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Good news, great deals. Number one for a reason. Premier Hyundai in Milwaukee.
There are thousands of sailors walking around the Big Apple. Fleet Week is in full swing in New York City this weekend. Every year, U.S. Navy warships and Canadian vessels dock in New York Harbor. Festivities include public tours of the ships and demonstrations by the sailors. Dozens of Coast Guard ships also take part in the events. Fleet Week runs through Tuesday.
As we begin to celebrate Memorial Day weekend, a service to honor the lives lost at sea took place off the coast today. Every year, people gather for the blessing of the fleet in Garibaldi. Prior to heading out to sea, there was a prayer and music, and families of loved ones killed and visitors headed out to drop wreaths. One woman honored her husband, who died in March.
To honor the fishermen that'll be going out fishing this summer. And blessing the ships that they'll all come back safely and that they'll come back loaded with fish.
The ceremony ended with a parade of boats out to sea led by the U.S. Coast Guard flagship. It's a long weekend of backyard barbecues and relaxing for many Americans as Memorial Day draws near. It also presents a time to reflect on the freedom we all share thanks to those willing to sacrifice. For KPTV, Laura Engel has a look at the real meaning behind Memorial Day.
Memorial Day, honoring the millions of brave Americans who served our military with dignity and honor, putting country ahead of life. It is a day we reflect on past and current wars and remember those who did not make it back home. President Obama embracing America's soldiers, past and present.
To pay tribute to our fallen heroes and to remember the servicemen and women who cannot be with us this year because they are standing post far from home.
Many war veterans and their families are spending the weekend visiting memorials in Washington, D.C. For some who served in wars, old memories seem fresh again.
I'm kind of overwhelmed with all of this. And some of my friends didn't come home. Of course, that's the way it was. Yeah. But it's great to see so many people respecting these guys that served.
A World War II veteran recalls his service as a younger man.
World War II. I went into Omaha Beach day after D-Day. And if you can imagine what that was, unless you see it, you never know.
Others want the military to know they have the grateful thanks of a nation.
I love them. I love each and every one of them, and I thank them.
Memorial Day is to recognize our brave citizens all the way back from the Revolutionary War to today's wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
On Monday, President Obama will lay a wreath at the Tomb of the Unknowns at Arlington National Cemetery. In New York, Laura Engel, Fox News.
Well, as the nation spends the long weekend remembering those who gave their lives for their country, one man has a mission of his own to pass on a priceless collection of war memorabilia. Chris Gowen's uncle was in the service from 1941 to 1945. His job was to prepare military police for dangerous operations. Well, the man lived to be 93 years old and left behind a wealth of memorabilia, including news clippings, photos, Army documents, and diaries. However, Gowen says there's no one left in their family to share the collection with.
This is memorial of what happened during World War II. And I think it should go to a museum, to somebody who will treasure it.
Gowen hopes the memorabilia will help educate future generations.
Fox 12 meteorologist Stephanie Kralovich is here with a look at our forecast. And a lot of people want to know if it'll stay nice through Monday.
Looks like it's going to. Yes. We're going to see very comfortable conditions. If you wake up tomorrow and the skies are gray, don't worry because it'll burn off once again like it did today. Let's take a look at some video shot today in downtown Portland. What an awesome day out on the Willamette. The waterfront packed with people because Those Rose Festival rides are underway, and great weather for a bike ride. Really anything outdoors this weekend. You've got great conditions for a little bit of a breeze, but not too gusty. We did have some winds above 20 miles per hour, but not for long this afternoon. Hey, this Memorial Day weekend looking awesome compared to the Memorial Day weekends we have had during the past 7 years, especially last year. Remember when we had all of that rain with those heavy downpours, the thunderstorms, just a big soaker last year. So this year, a much better weather for the 3-day weekend, and we've had at least a trace during the past 7 years. The satellite and radar picture shows not everyone was dry. We did have some isolated thunderstorms in eastern Oregon, some cloud-to-ground lightning, a little bit of small hail. Really did not amount to much today, and all of it stayed east of the Cascades. West of the Cascades, we had some comfortable high temperatures, 74 in Portland. Once we got rid of those afternoon or the morning clouds, we had a sunny afternoon. Temperatures climbed into the lower 80s around the Dalles and Pendleton, upper 70s for LeGrand, Baker City, Burns, and Redmond, with a high of 78 there today. Temperatures currently in the lower 60s, and we're going to see lows tonight dropping to right around 50 degrees. Here is a look at the current winds. Things have calmed down considerably since this afternoon. Winds still sustained at 7 miles per hour out at the Portland airport, and still a little breezy out in the Dalles with winds at 13 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, we'll see the clouds out along the coast. We have cloudy conditions there, clear skies inland, but as we get toward tomorrow morning, those clouds will start to move into the Willamette Valley. So the Portland area is looking at kind of a gray start to our Sunday, but the sun will make its way out. So we have a ridge of high pressure in control of our weather, but just enough cool air moving in from the coast that we get those cloudy conditions in the morning, and temperatures don't get too uncomfortable. Now, we do have an area of low pressure to our south and east, and that is sending moisture in our direction, and folks east of the Cascades are seeing some thunderstorms because of it. Now, west of the Cascades, we just have that weak onshore flow that brings us the morning clouds, and it keeps the coast kind of cloudy. So that's going to stay in effect not only for tomorrow, but also as we get into Memorial Day. We'll be seeing morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, and temperatures on the comfortable side, but still that instability for a chance of thunderstorms east of the Cascades. West of the Cascades, we're looking cloud-free once we get into the later morning hours. We could see kind of a gray start to the day, but by the later morning, things will clear out, and Monday's looking dry. Tuesday is as well, although I think we'll see an increase in cloud cover for your Tuesday. Temperatures are still going to be on the warm side for this time of year. East of the Cascades, lower 80s around Pendleton and the Dalles, Hood River, mid-70s for tomorrow. We'll see winds between 15 and 25 miles per hour. There is that possibility of a thunderstorm in the extreme portion, eastern portion of Oregon for tomorrow, with that moisture to our south and east, and it's moving up in our direction. Okay, the forecast for Mount Hood tomorrow, mostly sunny and gorgeous. 62 the high at Government Camp, the freezing level way up at 11,000 feet. West of the Cascades for tomorrow, expect a sunny day after we get rid of those morning clouds. Highs will be in the lower 70s. West side of the metro area, highs in the lower 70s, pretty close to where we were today, if not a couple degrees cooler. It looks like low to mid 70s throughout the metro area. And once we get rid of the morning clouds, expect widespread sunshine, just a little bit of a breeze out of the northwest between 5 and 15 miles per hour. Here is your First Live Local 7-day forecast. A great looking Memorial Day weekend, no rain in sight. We get into the lower 80s Wednesday and Thursday. I'll have more at the end of the broadcast.
In tonight's Final Cut, animal attacks. A woman is in the hospital after she says 5 dogs mauled her. What the dog's owner is saying about the vicious animal attack. Police are trying to find out who is using a pellet gun to attack animals in a local neighborhood. See the wounds one cat suffered after its owner says it got shot. Investors may soon be attacking the Playboy bunny. We'll tell you why one of the most well-known magazines is up for sale and how much it'll cost to buy the entire empire. Stay tuned. The Final Cut is next.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
For more than a decade, only Hyundai can say America's best warranty. Today, only Hyundai can say we'll send you money for driving our vehicles. Tell your friends, tell your family that you're getting up to $650 a month till the end of the year. And in times like these, only Hyundai can say if you lose your income, you can return the Hyundai, but keep the money. It's all a part of the Hyundai Assurance. Right now, only Hyundai can say sales event. Get up to $5,500 in total savings. Visit your Pacific Northwest Hyundai dealers today.
Thousands of Oregonians will lose their homes to foreclosure this year, but there is hope. First American Consulting Group is a locally owned company of top industry professionals assisting homeowners in renegotiating their mortgage throughout the Portland metropolitan area. If you're currently employed, struggling to make mortgage payments, or behind on those payments, and you want to keep your home, First American Consulting Group would like to hear from you. Call us today at 503-928-8889 for a free, no-obligation consultation.
Sleep Country's Super Sale is going out with a bang because through Memorial Day, you can get free financing for 3 years on selected mattress sets. Save up to $500 on Beauty Rest and Posturepedic sets. Save up to $300 on fashion beds, futons, and convertible sofas. Get 36 months free financing plus a free bed frame with Tempur-Pedic or the Sleep Number bed. But hurry, the Super Sale disappears Memorial Day.
Batteries Plus has batteries for everything you and your company need. Stop in today and open a commercial account. Batteries Plus, America's battery experts.
Kobe Bryant is fighting back after being slapped with a lawsuit by his former housekeeper, what he said she did, and why he's now suing her. It's all in the Fox 12 Final Cut.
The Ashley Furniture Home Store Memorial Day Factory Authorized Sale is this week only. Factory authorized prices. This 3-piece queen bed, only $299, plus no interest till 2011. Come visit us in Tanasbourne, Clackamas, and Salem.
It's my last night in town. I want to find a nice restaurant to take you guys.
How about the deli?
We were just there for lunch.
So they can't make dinner?
Dex, I want to find a nice restaurant.
And in the neighborhood.
And in the neighborhood.
Bernacci's on Bayside Drive. Reviewers gave it 5 stars.
What about a senior's discount?
Yes.
And not too late.
Dinner service starts at 4:30.
I get cranky when I eat late.
He does. He gets cranky.
The new DexKnows.com. Smarter than your average search. More exact, more detailed, a lot more local. DexKnows.com.
Okay, kids, listen up. There are a few guarantees in life, and this isn't going to be one of them. But it's pretty close. Bob Lanfear's Beaverton Kia has sold so many of the 08 Kia Spectras at 11,544 that they're almost out of them. Notice I said almost. But we think we have enough to say that if you leave right now and go to Beaverton Kia, you'll pay $5,000 under sticker for an 08 Kia Spectra or an 08 Kia Optima. At $13,577, you'll pay $5,000 under sticker for that car too. Beaverton Kia. It's different here.
The time to buy is now during Kelly's Memorial Day sale. At Kelly's, save up to 40% on refrigerators, washers and dryers, cooking appliances, dishwashers, mattresses, big screens, and more. And make no down payment and pay no interest for 12 months. Hurry, it's happening now, only at Kelly's in Salem.
Stand by the final cut in 3, 2, 1. Cue 'em. The final cut begins with news from across America tonight on the search for a 13-year-old cancer patient and his mother. The Minnesota boy and his mother have been on the run since a judge ordered the teen to start chemotherapy if it would help him live. Now authorities are turning to an international intelligence agency to help look for the boy. The FBI says a pair flew to LA and they believe they may try to cross the border. Doctors say the teen has a cancerous tumor that's likely to kill him without chemotherapy, but his parents prefer alternative medicine. Drivers in California are breathing a sigh of relief tonight now that the Highway Patrol says it has arrested the 2 men behind dozens of shootings along the state's freeways. The men are charged with 42 counts of assault and 43 counts of vandalism. Investigators say the 2 21-year-olds have been firing at drivers along 2 interstate freeways for several months. The shootings damaged several cars and 1 person suffered minor injuries in one incident. The district attorney's office says at least one of the suspects said boredom led them to shoot at passing cars.
Well, a Dallas woman is in the hospital after 5 neighborhood dogs attacked her. The owner of the dogs kept the vicious animals in his front yard, and this isn't the first time that they've attacked. For KPTV, Peter Dott has the latest.
These 5 dogs will likely be put down. Officials with Animal Services say one of them attacked a woman near her home in Oak Cliff Friday morning. sending her to the hospital with injuries to her arm, back, and torso.
But it hurts me. I hate to see anybody like that.
76-year-old H.J. Whitmill is the dog's owner. He was also hurt when the 5 German Shepherd mixes he keeps in his front yard attacked his friend and neighbor, 37-year-old Erica Johnson. He says she provoked one of the dogs, causing them to hop his fence and bite her. But he's sorry it happened.
I do everything I possibly can to try to keep the dog from hurting somebody.
Whitmill has 6 other dogs still living in his backyard. Neighbors we spoke with say the total of 11 dogs terrorize the neighborhood.
He should be having them dogs tied up. He shouldn't have that many dogs.
Some of the dogs need to go to a vet because they need medical attention.
Dallas pet owners are only allowed to have up to 6 dogs or cats on a single property. Officers with Animal Services issued Whitmill several citations, including failing to register the dogs and not providing proper care.
He has to go to court, and there it's up to the judge, whatever the judge decides.
This isn't the first time officers with Animal Services have been called to this house. They were here last year when one of the dogs rounded up today bit someone else. And now the owner says he plans on getting rid of all of his dogs.
I can't afford to be paying all them fines and everything and then keep my dog and take care of my responsibility, because I'm not a rich man.
That was Fox's Peter Dott reporting. Tonight, beer enthusiasts in Alabama are raising a glass to their governor, who just approved legislation that raises the alcohol content of brew that can be sold in the state. Now, previously, beer had been restricted to an alcohol content of 6% by volume. That will now go up to 13.9%. The change comes after more than 4 years of lobbying by beer lovers, bar owners, and beverage distributors to free the hops, so to speak. Businesses say they're looking forward now to offering a variety of gourmet beers.
A Tennessee man appears to have set a new record in one county's child support court, but it's not one he's getting praise for. The man has 21 children with at least 11 different women. A judge is trying to figure out how to split child support among all of the kids. Father makes minimum wage, and by law, the state is only allowed to take 50% of his pay.
It's about the kids, not the parents.
Do you intend to keep having children?
No.
You're done?
I'm done. I was saying I'm done.
What made you decide that?
I didn't intend to have this many. It just happened.
Some others are supposed to get anywhere between $25 and $300 a month, but when his paycheck is divided, some women will only get this, $1.98 a month.
A bold convenience store owner fought back during a robbery in Texas, and the whole thing caught on camera. Yesterday, a masked man walked behind the counter while pointing a gun at the owner. You see it here. He rifled through the cash register, but when his back was turned, the owner lunged for the gun. As you see it here, the owner eventually fell to the floor, but then got up and initiated yet another scuffle. The suspect ran off without any money whatsoever, and police arrested him just a few hours later. A high-speed chase in Texas ended in a crash that injured both the suspect and a deputy. Investigators say that driver took off after being pulled over earlier this month, and this dash cam video shows deputies following him down a highway until he wrecked, hitting a curb and then a telephone pole. Paramedics took the suspect to the hospital. The deputy suffered a minor leg injury.
Final Cut goes local now with a desperate plea from a Hillsborough woman who says someone used a pellet gun to shoot at her cat. Anna Heskett says she was making dinner last night when she heard her cat crying in pain. She says she raced to her pet only to find it laying on the ground bleeding. KPTV's Brent Weisberg talked with Anna and her family and has a story you'll see only on 12. Brent.
Well, this shooting has just devastated Anna and her family. They say they can't understand why anyone would shoot their cat. Tonight, Anna's cat is recovering at home with his family, but it's touch and go. Anna says the vet took some x-rays. The diagnosis isn't good. Anna says the bullet hit her cat right in its midsection, just millimeters from his liver. She says her cat is just a year old. Anna says the family got the cat after her son was diagnosed with depression. Now Anna says it's the whole family that's depressed.
It was horrifying. Yeah, how could anybody do that? Obviously, he's a beautiful cat. He has a collar on. He's somebody's pet. I mean, he's, a part of our family.
Anna says her family doesn't know what to do. She says if her cat doesn't get the surgery he needs, he will likely die from internal bleeding. But the family says the surgery could cost as much as $3,000, money the family doesn't have.
If your child has a pellet gun in this neighborhood, we are in the Glencoe neighborhood, question them. I'm not looking for retribution, but please take the gun away.
Anna says for now they are doing the best they can to keep the cat alive. She says they have to change its bandages every few hours. Now, Hillsborough police say they are investigating this case. They say it is illegal to shoot any type of animal in a malicious way. So if you know anything about this case, you're urged to contact Hillsborough Police. Reporting live tonight in News Control, Brent Weisberg, the 10 o'clock news.
Well, Clay Aiken is apologizing for his criticism of one of this year's American Idol finalists. Aiken called Adam Lambert's version of Ring of Fire, quote, awful and slightly frightening. The former Idol contestant wrote on his blog that he did not mean it as a slam on Lambert as a person. It's not just Kobe Bryant's skills on the hardwood that has Hollywood buzzing tonight. A lawsuit filed by the basketball star has raised some eyebrows as well. The Bryants filed a lawsuit against their former housekeeper. They claim she violated her contract by talking to the media about the family's private affairs. The housekeeper filed a lawsuit first, though. She claims the pair harassed and humiliated her. Their suit denies those reports.
One of the most well-known magazines in the world could be yours for a mere $300 million. The New York Post reports that the entire Playboy empire is up for sale. Founder and controlling shareholder Hugh Hefner has resisted offers to sell the business in the past. But the Post claims at least 2 private equity firms have been approached to buy the empire. And that's Fox 12's final cut for tonight.
Still to come, getting a great hotel deal could be as easy as asking. We've got the simple ways to make your next vacation more affordable.
You're watching the 10 o'clock news. First, live, local.
It's going to be a pretty wet week. You can see here we are going to see sunshine heading into this afternoon. Drizzle is expected to turn into a downpour. It's dry and warm for this weekend.
Stay on top of the changing spring weather with Stephanie Ortman's first live local forecast. Weekend mornings from 6 to 9 on Good Day Oregon.
RoyalMoreMazda.com and Mazda clicks. Oregon's #1 volume leader of new Mazdas 7 years running. You'll be excited to drive this 2009 Mazda 3. Sale priced at only $12,788. RoyalMoreMazda.com. Come in and test drive a new Mazda today.
Providence Health Plan and Fox 12 Oregon with a health tip for your peace of mind.
If the weather and the economy are getting you down, you can improve your mood by exercise. It's not only good for your health, it's a good way to decrease stress and mild depression. Do things you enjoy. Hike with friends, walk your dog, or take a yoga class. And if you find you need more help, talk with your healthcare provider.
Learn more about coping with depression on the Providence Health Plan page at kptv.com.
We're always glad to see you at J. Lee's Gladstone Nissan. We have a huge selection of new Nissans, over 100 certified pre-owned vehicles, and a state-of-the-art service center. It's easy to do business at J. Lee's Gladstone Nissan on Southeast McLaughlin Boulevard or online at jlees.com.
Living green will be just a bit easier for one neighborhood as they will live in the country's first completely energy-efficient subdivision. That's coming up on the 10 o'clock news.
You wouldn't cut in line in front of a biker gang. You wouldn't open a gate with a beware of dogs sign. You wouldn't go salmon fishing next to a grizzly bear. So why would you do your banking anywhere besides a credit union? Credit unions are federally insured and locally owned, so their only interest is you. And opening your account has never been easier. To learn more, visit our website at u-belong.org. Credit Unions of Oregon. So smart, it's obvious.
Learn the art of the pole.
It's my first class.
Plus, Cheech and Chong on Mad TV. Tonight at 11 on Fox 12 Oregon.
A-Boy is going out of business at these locations. Everything must go now.
What are you waiting for? You may never have this kind of buying power again. Now's the perfect time to get an amazing deal on a new Toyota. Get 0% APR for 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota models, like the 2009 Toyota Camry, the fun-to-drive Corolla, or the fuel-efficient Prius. Hurry into Toyota's perfect timing event today.
Well, living green tonight, the first green subdivision has been built, and it promises to cut a homeowner's energy bill by about 65%. For the most part, it looks just like any other neighborhood, but homes in this Nevada subdivision come standard with solar panels and water-saving toilets. Among other green amenities, the homes start at about $200,000, but the area government there offers tax breaks for living green.
In tonight's Consumer Watch, before you put your summer vacation plans on hold, we have a few ways to save you some cash. Now listen up. Experts tell us you can score good deals if you know the right strategies. KPTV's Julie Grauert has tips to get you packing.
Sam Fisher has big travel dreams for this summer. There are lots of destinations he'd love to visit.
I've always heard good things about Chicago. And Orlando, of course, yeah. I'd like to see New York, go on Broadway.
But like many people today, he's counting every penny.
Cost is a concern.
The world is wide open when it comes to values right now. You know, when you're quoted a price, that price may not be what you have to pay.
Nina Wildorf is editor at Budget Travel Magazine, which recently investigated ways to save when you hit the road, especially on hotels. There are several cost-cutting strategies.
Find 2 hotels that are in the same neighborhood that are about the same price. And what you do is you sort of get them to play with each other.
Budget Travel did well bargaining with several hotels in Vegas and found, on average, 15 to 20% discounts. Wildorf says if you can't get a cheaper rate, ask for free perks.
Free parking is one thing, free breakfast, use of the facilities like spa, gym, etc. Places that really add on all those extra fees will be willing to knock them off. And those discounts can really add up.
Another tip? Call a hotel's local number. Experts say you'll have better luck lowering your rate.
Let's do some bargaining.
We had Sam try some of these techniques. He called 2 hotels in each of the cities he's interested in.
I have talked to a few of the hotels in the area, and they've been able to lower those prices to about $20 less than you guys are offering right now. Is there any way we can get to those rates?
He had some success getting one hotel to offer a steep discount if he booked immediately. And he scored some perks, too.
Oh, that's not a bad deal. Full breakfast, great.
Joe McIerney at the American Hotel and Lodging Association says he's not sure how much hotels are bargaining down their rates, but insists there are great deals to be had.
But they're providing all kinds of incentives for people, whether it's to stay 2 nights and you get a 3rd night free, or even golf in some areas. You're in a buyer's market.
What about at smaller places, like at an inn or bed and breakfast? Wildorf says bartering is in.
We found an accountant who did, an innkeeper's taxes for the season and got a week's stay at a hotel on Cape Cod.
Wildorf's advice: get creative and don't be afraid to ask for things. Sam says he's not afraid.
I will definitely start bargaining more for my next vacation.
Julie Grauert, the 10 o'clock news.
All right, Steph's back with the last look at that forecast. Morning clouds, afternoon sun, highs in the lower 70s tomorrow. And Memorial Day, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Steph.
And thanks for joining us. Don't forget, Good Day Oregon first thing tomorrow morning. We'll be back here tomorrow evening. Have a great night.
Fox 12 is pleased to offer your favorite Fox Network programs in high definition. Experience a new dimension in television on Fox 12 Oregon and Comcast Channel 712. The news doesn't stop, and neither do we. It's your first live local news and weather at the time that's right for you. The 8 o'clock news on PDX TV, powered by Fox 12 Oregon.
Okay, kids, listen up. There are a few guarantees in life. I said almost. But we think we have enough to say that if you leave right now and go to Beaverton Kia, you'll pay $5,000 under sticker for an 08 Kia Spectra or an 08 Kia Optima. At $13,577, you'll pay $5,000 under sticker for that car too. Beaverton Kia. It's different here.
Where's your protective gear?
Oh, I'm just using your Wi-Fi. It's hot in here.
Free Wi-Fi at places you'll actually want to go. Now all Quest Internet customers get free access to the nation's largest Wi-Fi hotspot network, powered by AT&T Wi-Fi. Quest high-speed internet from $14.99 a month.
Bankruptcy. It tore my life apart, even to the point I thought I'd never get a vehicle. but the check changed it all.
Let Dick Says Yes get you approved for a great vehicle. Our courteous and knowledgeable staff is here to help you with our Guarantee Approval Program. Regardless of your credit past, bankruptcy, divorce, medical bills, and turned down by other dealers, don't worry. At Dick Says Yes, we will get you approved guaranteed, or we will give you $100 cash. At Dick Says Yes, let us rebuild your shattered credit by getting you approved for a great vehicle, guaranteed.
It's been almost 30 years since Mount St. Helens erupted. Today, most of the landscape remains barren and life has slowed to return. We need to act now for wildlife, wilderness, and our planet. Noble Cause Northwest has a special parcel of land in the Mount St. Helens blast zone that's been designated for noble firs to be planted. How can you help? Visit noblecausenorthwest.org and name a tree for a loved one or remember a friend. And together, we'll rebuild the ancient forest.
It all ends June 1st. Do not miss the Nissan National Tent Event. Right now, Nissan delivers exceptional offers and financing on our full line, including up to $2,750 total cash back on Sentra or $2,500 total cash back on Versa. And see the all-new Q at your Nissan dealer now. Hurry, when the tents come down June 1st, these deals will end. Look closer. Nissan delivers.